play a game that we used to play when we were little called Go Fish, and um, I wanted to show you this before Thanksgiving, so in case you wanted to have your kids play it, or you could play it with the family. Um, you're gonna have to build a deck to play this game, so you'll need two decks. And what you'll do is you'll take the first 4 rows of the syllabary. Now later on you can play with other rows, that's fine, but just to begin to learn how to play, just take the first 4 rows of the syllabary, which will be all through la. So it'll be the vowels at the top, and it'll be the G's, the H's, and the L's on the consonants. So those will be all the cards you'll need out of one deck, and then you'll need duplicate cards out of the second deck. So you'll have 2 A's, 2 S's, 2 E's, 2 O's, 2 U's, 2 U's. And so altogether, you will have 50 cards, which is close to a Hoyle or a bicycle deck of 52 cards. But you'll have 50 cards to play Go Fish with, okay? So once you get your deck built, you're going to have to do it. You're going to shuffle them. And if your cards are new, you're not going to be able to shuffle them because they're small cards. So you basically have to do it like dominoes. Put them down, mix them up, and pick them up in a random order so that you have them mixed up. Then what you're going to do is, if it's 2 players, you're going to deal 7 cards each. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to one person, Jack, and 7 to Jill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you will leave these cards, what you have left over after you deal 7 cards to each player. You will have these cards left over to draw from when they say Go Fish. Okay, so if you're playing with 4 players, then you'll deal 5 cards to each player. And that just is the way Go Fish is dealt out. It probably works out mathematically better. Okay, so the first player is going to say, you know, well, the first thing you're going to do is pick up your cards, and you're not going to let your opponents, in this game you won't let your opponent see your cards, but we're going to go ahead and look at everybody's cards here. Okay, so Jack looks at his cards, and he doesn't have any that match, so he's just there with his cards. And Jill's going to look at her cards. Okay, now Jill has a match. These 2 here, Ha and Ha, match. So she's going to set them down as her, we call them books, or matching cards. Oh, she has another 2. Jill's doing real good. She's got 2 there. So she has 2 sets. Okay. And then this is all the cards that Jill has. Okay. And Jack still has all his cards. So Jack is going to say, now remember, Jack can't see Jill's cards. So Jack is going to say, you know, do you have a And Jill will say, no, I don't have a And so he will, or let's say he says, he's going to ask one that he has. So let's say he says, do you have a gay? Which this is gay. And he can show her that card then when he asks for it. Do you have a gay? And he can show her that card. And she says, no, I don't have a gay. And so Jack draws a card. And he gets he. And that's the end of Jack's turn. Because he doesn't have any more matching cards. Okay. Put these where we can kind of see them. So now it's Jill's turn. And Jill says, do you have a low? And she shows she shows Jack this card, low. And Jack says, yes, I have a low. And he gives it to Jill. And then Jill has another pair. So she puts it over here. Okay. Now, it's Jill's turn again. And she says, do you have an A? And Jack looks over his cards. And he says, I don't have a A. And he says, Wena A-tsa-di. And that's my attempt at saying go fish in Cherokee. Now, if you have a fluent speaker in your home, you can have them help you with this, because my pronunciation is you know, I do the best I can. Wena A-tsa-di. A-tsa-di. I'll see if I can get Dion. Dion! Can you pronounce fish again in Cherokee?
What?
Can you say fish again, or go fish in Cherokee again?
Wena A-tsa-di.
Wena A-tsa-di. Okay, so you're going to say that. That means go fish. So, Jack told Jill to go fish, so that means she's going to draw one from the card. And she got go. Now, before when I was playing, because I didn't know the word wena, which means kind of like, the way I read, it meant something kind of like go away from me. Like go away from me and go fish. But I was using just this letter go and then A-tsa-di, which is fish. So however you want to say it, you can say it in English or Cherokee, but it'd be good if you learned the Cherokee word wena A-tsa-di and a good pronunciation of that. Okay, so Jill drew that one. She can't make any pairs, so now it's Jack's turn. So Jack says, do you have Lee? He shows her that card. Jill says, I don't have a Lee. Wena A-tsa-di. And he draws this one, which he has. So Jack is able to make his first book or pair or set, whatever you want to call them. And he puts them up there on his side. Okay? So this keeps going back and forth, just like Go Fish. Played it when you were little. And then at the end of the game, you'll go through this whole stack of cards, and whoever wins, the person who has the most books or sets will be the winner. Okay? If there's any questions, just put them in the comments below and I'll try to answer. Thanks. Bye.